From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's Walker to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's punted out of our house, grab grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is fielded inside the 5.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played for 9.
Touchdown! Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd and 12, Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing on third down, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Again, Smith.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Isaiah Pacheco
from a yard out.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith, he lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Pass the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith throwing again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end. And I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
He's got a man complete.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He hits his target, Lockett.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing now is Geno. It's caught. Lockett. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To the air again, Smith.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, Mahomes finding his burner. Hardman for the KC first.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Going to be caught here left side. Moore.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. He's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Now it's Smith. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second and 10. Smith again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
his safety valve here. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught at the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. To throw is Smith. And he's got it. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Gino's going to throw. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 167 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got room. Able to slither by. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So this one in the win column.